I can think of one that I made very early on as a child, but it was more of an like an impulse than like a well thought out decision. Was that when my mother asked me if I wanted to move to New Zealand, because at that point she couldn't come with me. She had to put me in a homestay where like a lady, a Kiwi lady, a New Zealander would take care of me, and I was only 7. So at that age, I had to make a decision where I would not see my mother for 1 year and live in a foreign country that I had no idea how to speak English at the time, and be with a lady that I didn't know, but I knew was going to take care of me. So at that point, I made the decision to stay. And that was like a turning point in my life, which came quite young. But I remember when I was being asked that question. So that was a difficult question for me when I was young. And the reason why I was given the choice to either move to New Zealand or not was because there was a theory that in 1997, when I was 7, that China would attack and conquer Taiwan. So my father, being an Air Force pilot, he was afraid, and all of the Air Force families, they either moved to America or they moved to New Zealand and Australia. So my mum was thinking of immigration, but she wasn't too sure at first. So she thought she'd ask her daughter first to move there and see how it goes. So um, that's why I was given, the choice of whether to move there or not. And in the end, China did not attack Taiwan, but ever since there has been a lot of friction between the countries that has caused like a identity issue, I think, for the people of Taiwan, because people think of us as a state, but we have our own passports, we have our own, we elect our own president, but we are not part of the international community. For example, the World Health Organization, Taiwan is not a part of the World Health Organization, where we don't have access to information about the COVID-19, for example,
Yeah.
because China is not allowing us into the association, because you can't have two Chinas in one
Yeah.
in one association. So it's kind of depriving us of basic human rights, because this is not even a
Mm.
political issue anymore. It's about it's about protecting you know humans in general. But so I think this China Taiwan issue has always been present in um, in every part of a Taiwanese life growing up until now. If you look at all the international organizations, either Taiwan is in listed as a state, or they're excluded from everything. So that's one other point I'd like to mention.